a British geologist accused of smuggling ancient shards out of Iraq appeared in court yesterday as he attempted to avoid a potential death sentence. Fitton, 66, was escorted to the Baghdad courtroom in a stark yellow jumpsuit on Sunday, where he implored judges to realize he had not acted with criminal intent and had no idea he may have broken local laws. The father of two, who is on trial alongside a German man named Volker Waldmann, is grabbing international attention as his family petition the UK Parliament to intervene in the proceedings. The court must determine whether the defendants had sought to profit by taking the 12 items, which were found in their possession as they attempted to fly out of Baghdad airport on March 20. The two men, who did not know each other before they traveled to Iraq on an organized tour to Eridu, were arrested at the airport and promptly charged. Their trial comes with the war-ravaged country, whose tourism infrastructure is almost non-existent, timidly opening to visitors. The judge told the accused they were charged under a 2002 law which provides for sentences up to the death penalty for those guilty of intentionally taking or trying to take out of Iraq an antiquity. Fitton and Waldmann appeared in court in their yellow detainee outfits and were asked to explain their actions. Waldmann said the two items found in his possession were not his and instead had been given to him by Fitton to carry. "But did you put them in your bag?" asked head judge Jaber Abdel-Jabbar. "Didn't you know these were Iraqi antiquities?" Waldmann said he didn't pick up the items from the site, only agreed to carry them for Fitton. In other remarks translated from German, he said he put the pieces in a transparent bag and never tried to conceal them. Fitton said he suspected the items he collected were ancient fragments, but that at the time I didn't know about Iraqi laws, before adding he didn't know it was not permitted to take the shards. The geologist said he was in the habit of collecting such fragments as a hobby and had no intention to sell them. He said it was not clear to him at the time that picking them up from the site was a criminal offense. There were fences, no guards or signage at the sites, he told the court. "I am a retired geologist. My interests still lie in geology and ancient history and archaeology. These places, in name and by definition, are ancient sites," Jabber responded. "One doesn't have to say it is forbidden." When Fitton said some of the shards were no larger than my fingernail, Jabber said this was not relevant. "Size doesn't matter," the judge declared. Based on the law, both men could face the death penalty, an outcome that legal experts said was unlikely. British and German embassy officials were present at the court but have not issued detailed public statements about the case in order not to jeopardize the proceedings, they said. The defense plans to submit more evidence to clear the men, Fitton's defense lawyer there Saud told the Associated Press. This includes testimony from government officials present at the site where the fragments were collected. Their testimony is pending approval from their official directorates, he said. The three-judge panel in Baghdad's felony court scheduled the next hearing for May 22. Meanwhile, Fitton's family is pressing on with a campaign to encourage the UK government to intervene in his trial. A petition launched on change.org in late April calling for Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office (FCDO) to help in securing his release has received almost 300,000 signatures. Mr. Fitton's family described the response to the petition as unbelievable, adding in a statement, "Jim really appreciates the support from old colleagues, good friends, kindred spirits, and complete strangers who have not allowed this to go unnoticed." "We will continue to fight while we continue to have you at our backs." Fitton worked as a geologist for oil and gas companies during his career and lives in his adopted home of Malaysia with his wife, Sarija. The family said their lawyer has drafted a proposal under Iraqi law to have the case closed before trial, but they need the Foreign Office to put their weight behind the plan and endorse it so they can secure a high-level meeting with judicial officials in the country. The proposal cites the clear lack of criminality, that Jim is a victim of poor guidance and circumstance, and also cites the huge investment that the UK has made in the Iraqi governmental and judicial framework through FCDO funding in the past few years.